यश्नुम्भेतां भुवि यस्तात्मीय परमवरप्रदगुरो वैराग्यभाग्यो ददो वेदान्तामृतसारबन्धमनघात् श्रीश्रीनिवासात् गुरोः श्रीजैनान्वेकोस्तुभस्य नियं श्रेयोनिधे श्रीनिधेः वन्दे साधुकटाक्षकेणनिलयं श्रीकृष्णदेशिकं श्रीनारायणयोगीन्द्रवरदारिकृपाश्रयं मृङ्गेशपादविनतं श्रीनिवासमुनिं भजे दासं वसिष्ठनप्तारं जगतेः पौत्रमकल्मषं पराशरात्मजं वन्दे सुखदातं तपोनिधिं पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन कृतितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीम् तदाम्भोरुह ज्ञानविद्वस्ताजेश कल्मषः वस्तुतामुपयातों यमुने Offering my pranamams to all the Bhagavatas in this satsanga, I shall resume the next session. We were doing the Anusandhana of 30th shloka. We had just started in the last class, in the 3rd chapter. And so the avatarike for that, the opening introduction, the statement which Bhashyakara makes for what is going to be the next prakarana, what is the topic of the next prakarana, the next section is told like this: Idanim Atmanam Parama Purusha Sharirataya Tanniyamyatva Swarupa Nirupanena Bhagavati Purushottame Sarvatma Bhute Gunakritam cha Kartrutvam Aropya Karma Kartavyata Uchyate. So this is the next stage of Karma Yoga, how it has to be done, offering everything to the Lord, and that is being told in the next shloka. Mayi sarvani karmani sanyasya adhyatma chetasa nirashihi nirmamo bhutva yudhyasva vigatachvaraha. The Anvaya for this is Mayi sarvani karmani adhyatma chetasa sanyasya nirashihi nirmamo bhutva vigatachvaraha yudhyasva. Mayi means in me, who is the inner self of all, who is Sarvatma Bhute Purushottame Bhagavati, is what is told in the introduction, the beginning statement, opening statement. Mayi Sarvani Karmani, all the karmas or actions, Adhyatma Chetasa Sanyasya, having offered with the understanding that I am the soul of even all the individual cells, Sarvatma. So is Adhyatma Chetasa. I am the inner controller or Antaryami of everything. With that understanding or with that mind, having offered, Sannyasa is Samarpana, Sanyasya, having offered everything. Nirashihi, not having any desire in the fruits thereof. Nirmamo Bhutva, not having the idea of belonging to self, the ownership, idea of ownership. Vigatajvaraha, not having any affliction. Yudhyasva, engage in this war, or engage in all the, what is the meaning of that is going to be explained in the Bhashya. So offer all the actions, their fruits and their ownership, everything to me, who is the Lord and who is the inner self of all, who is the inner controller of everything, and engage in Yuddha and other duties which are ordained, giving up the idea of doership, ownership and desire for fruits, and do everything as the worship of the Lord. So everything is Paramapurusha Aradhana Rupa. With that idea, do all the duties. That is the gist of this shloka. There is a lengthy commentary, Bhashya, for this. This is a very important, being a very important shloka. Mayi sarveshware sarvabhutantaratma bhute sarvabhuta antaratma bhute sarvani karmani adhyatma chetasa sanyasya nirashihi nirmamascha vigatajvaraha yuddhadikam sarvam choditam karma kurushva. So Mayi sarvani karmani, that Mayi, has got so much of meaning is Krishna is telling Sarveshware, I am the Lord of everything, Sarveshwara. Sarvabhuta Antaratma Bhute, I am the inner self of even all the selves and everything. Sarvabhuta, Bhuta is any being with a body. Sarvabhuta Antaratma Bhute is the inner controller of everyone. Sarvani Karmani, all your actions, all your duties, everything that you do. Adhyatma Chetasa Sanyasya, having offered to me with the idea, with the understanding that I am the inner controller, I am the soul of everything. Nirashihi Nirmamascha, giving up the desire for the fruits, and Nirmamascha, Mama, that is, it is mine, with that idea of the ownership. So, I and mine, and the fruits are for my sake. All these three things we have to give up. Vigata Jvaraha Yuddhadikam. So with that, having given up all the affliction, having no fear, Yuddhadikam Sarvam Choditam Karma. Yudhyasva is told to Arjuna because of the context here, and he is about to, they have started the Dharma Yuddha here, and Arjuna is trying to turn away from that, and with that pretext Krishna is teaching him. So he is telling him Yuddha here. Yuddhadikam means for Arjuna it is his Varnashrama Dharma, and it is Dharma Yuddha, and so though it is told as Yudhyasva, it applies to everyone as Yuddhadikam Sarvam Choditam Karma. Choditam is everything that is ordained in the Shrutis is Chodana. Sarvam Choditam Karma, everything that is ordained in the Shrutis, all the duties, which includes Yuddha and others, for in case of Arjuna, everything, do that with this idea. Atmani yat chetaha tat adhyatma chetaha. Adhyatma chetaha is being explained by Bhashyakara here. What is the meaning of adhyatma chetaha? What is that understanding, that mind, that knowledge is Atmani yat chetaha tat adhyatma chetaha. That is, what is with respect to the Atman, the understanding with respect to the Atman, in that Atman is the self, is Atma Swarupa Vishayena Shruti Shata Siddhena Jnanena Ityarthaha. That is the knowledge with the understanding which is with respect to the nature of the self, nature of the Atman, and which is well established by hundreds of Shruti Pramanas. Shruti Shata Siddhena, well established by hundreds of Shruti Pramanas, Shruti Vakyas. With that jnana, with that knowledge, jnanena ityartaha, that is called Adhyatma Chetasa. And what is that knowledge that is established? What is the nature of that Atman which is established by hundreds of Shruti Pramanas? Bhashyakara quotes some of the most important ones here. Antah pravishta shasta jananam sarvatma. Antah pravishtam kartarametam. Antah pravesha, that is, to say that he is the Atma of everything, he does Antapravesha. And why does he do Antapravesha? To control everything. Shasta, Shasana, for the purpose of Shasana, for controlling everything. He is Jananam, Sarvatma. He is Sarvatma, means he is the inner self of everything. So, Antaratmasi Dehinam, like Kalidasa says in a simple way, Dehi is Jivatma. Deha is body, Dehi is Jivatma. For Jivatma also Antaratma. Antaratmasi Dehinam. That is Sarvatma. Sarvatmatva. That is Antapravishtaha Shasta Jananam Sarvatma. That is to do Niyamana, Shasana. Antapravishtam Kartarametam. These are all the Pramanas from Taittiriya Aranyaka for telling that he is the Antaratma. Yaha Atmanidishtan Atmano Antaro Yamatma Naveda Yasya Atma Shariram. Yaha Atmanam Antaro Yamayati Sate Atma Antaryami Amritaha. So in the Brihadaranyaka it is told. So where is this established that he is the Antaratma? In the Yajnavalkya, Uddalaka asks a question, Tam Antaryaminam Bruhi. Tell me what is the nature of that Antaryami? And Yajnavalkya answers him like this, Yaha Prithiviyam Tishtanna Prithiviyam Taraha. So he tells all the Achetanas first, and then he also tells the Jivatma, Yaha Atmani Tishtanna, Atmano, Chetana, Chetana. Yasya Atma Shariram. The word Sharira is used here in Shruti itself directly, and that means Yaha Atmanam Antaro Yamayati. Yaha Prithvi Mantaro Yamayati. That Yamayati means Niyamana. That is Shasana. He controls everything, being the self, and everything is like his body. So that is the Niyamya. Everything is Niyamya to him. Yattam Atmanam Saha Te Antaryami. He is your inner self, and Amritaha. He is the inner controller. He is Antaryami, inner controller, and he is without any defects. So Amritaha. These are all this is the most important pramanas are shown here. Ityevamadhyaha Shrutayaha. And there are so many such pramanas in Shrutis. Paramapurusha Pravartyam Tacharira Bhutamena Atmanam. Paramapurusha Pravartyam Tacharira Bhutam. So he is being controlled, or he is made to involve in all these activities and everything, and he is being provoked by Paramatma. And Tacharira Bhutam, he is being the body of the Paramatman. That body is old relationship is as told in Antaryami Brahmana, Niyamana and all that. And Enam Atmanam Paramapurusham cha Pravartayitaram Achakshate. So the Jivatma is the Sharira, and he is the Shariri. Sharira Bhutam Enam Atmanam, the Atma which is like the body, being controlled and all that. And Paramapurushancha Pravartayitaram. Paramapurusha is the one who controls everything, who makes him engage in everything and all that. So that is told in the Shrutis. Smrtayascha Prashasitaram Sarvesham. So apart from the Shruti, Smriti Pramana is also shown by Bhashyakara as Manusmriti, which is taken as a very important Pramana. Prashasitaram Sarvesham. Prashasana. He is again controlling. Ityadyaha. Sarvasya chaham hridi sannivishtaha matta smriti jnanam apohanancha. And in the present context, the Gita Shastra itself, there are so many places it is told as he is the Antaratma. Sarvasya chaham hridi sannivishtaha mattaha smritihi jnanam apohanancha. So everything is because of me. One gets knowledge or remembrance or memory or forgetting. Everything is because of me. I am existing and present as the inner controller of everything. Ishvara Sarvabhutanam Hrideshe Arjuna Tishtati. And Krishna says, the first pramana which Bhashyakara gives, he is telling directly Aham. He is I am present in the as an Antaryami. And in the next pramana he says Ishvaraha Sarvabhutana. Ishvara is everybody is he is present in everybody's heart as Antaryami. Inside everyone as Antaryami, he controls everything. So he says, I am Ishvara. That is the understanding from this. Aham and Ishvaraha, the usage of that. Brahmayan sarvabhutani yantra rudhani maya. So with all his Ashcharya cheshta, that is Maya is Ashcharya Shakti. With that he is making everybody go around in this samsara chakra and all those things. Iti vakshate. Ataha, that is also being told in the Gita Shastra itself, in the 15th and 18th chapters, all these are going to be told. Ataha mat sharirataya mat pravartya atmaswarupa anusandhanena. So the anusandhana, that is the thinking or the understanding, should be that everything being his body, that everything is being controlled by him. And sarvani karmani maya eva kriyamanani. Everything is being, because of that fact, that everything is being done by him. And iti mayi paramapurushe sanyasya. With that understanding, offer everything in Paramapurusha, to Paramapurusha, who I am. Tanicha kevalam madaradhanani iti kritva. And think that they are all just my worship. And tatphale nirashihi, being given up, having given up the desire in those fruits. Tataeva tatra karmani mamatarahito bhutva. And because of that reason, not having given the ownership of those actions or those duties, vigata jvaraha yuddhadikam kurushva. Then you will not have any fear or any worries. Vigata jvaraha yuddhadikam kurushva. Swakiyena atmana kartra. This is what is we do. Sattvika tyaga is told by Bhashyakara in this shloka. that we do for every duty that we do daily. That Sattvika Tyaga is told by Bhashyakarar in this part of the Bhashya. Swakiyena Atmana Kartra Swakiyaihi Cha Upakaranaihi Swaradhanaika Prayojanaya Paramapurushaha Sarvasheshi Sarveshwaraha Swayameva Sarvakarmani Karayati. This is the understanding. This is what we call as Sattvika Tyaga. Swakiyena Atmana, the Atman which belongs to him, which is his, which is owned by him. Kartra, and who is the doer. Swakiyaishcha upakaranaihi. Atmana Kartra, he makes the Atman do, but the Atman belongs to him. So he has the main ownership and doership, everything. Swakiyaishcha upakaranaihi, even the instruments like the body, indriyas, everything, and everything else like havis and everything that is given, everything is his only. All the instruments that are required. Swakiyaishcha upakaranaihi. Swaradhanaika prayojanaya, the prayojana, the use is for his own worship. Paramapurushaha sarvasheshi, sarveshwaraha. Sarvasheshi is one who is the Lord of everyone, and who is the Sheshi means everything is meant for his purpose. And Sarveshwaraha, and he is a ruler of everything. Swayameva sarvakarmani karayati. He himself gets done all the duties, everything. Iti anusandhaya. With this understanding, this anusandhana is very important. Karmasu mamata rahitaha, having given up the idea of mamata, that is, it is mine, that is, I own this, it is mine. Prachinena anadikala pravritta ananta papasanchayena. And because of that, the papa sanchaya, that is, all the sins that have got accumulated from beginningless time, prachina, anadikala, from beginningless time, which has been continuing, like coming up like this, and it has been accumulating all the sins. With that, when one thinks of all the sins that have accumulated from beginningless time, they will naturally get a lot of worry. Kathamaham bhavishyami. How can I even live, and what will happen to me? So much of sins have got accumulated from beginningless time. With this kind of a fear or infliction, iti evam bhuta antarjvara vinirmuktaha. So if we have the idea that Paramapurusha, it is for his own purpose, he gets everything done, and the fruits are his, he is the owner, he is the main doer, he is the owner of the enjoyer of the fruits, and all those things. With that we offer everything, and then with that thinking we do all the work, and this kind of a fear or affliction will not be there. Katamaham bhavishyami iti antarjvara vinirmuktaha paramapurusha eva karmabihi aradhitaha bandhat mochaishyati. So Lord, who is being worshipped by all these actions, all these karmas, all these duties, he will only liberate us or make us get rid of this bondage of the type of nature of karma. Bandhan mochaishyati iti. Sukhena, with that idea, being very happy and very satisfied. Karma yogam eva purushva. With that, do karma yoga. That is according to the prakarana here. What is being taught is the superiority of karma yoga. So that is, it is all ending in that. Tam Ishwaranam paramam maheshwaram tam devatanam paramam cha daivatam patim vishwasya patim patinam. So Ishvara and Pati is all being, the pramanas are shown here. Ishwaranam paramam maheshwaram. Even the lords who are present, so many other lords we see, he is the lord of all these lords. So he is the overlord of everyone. Devatanancha paramam daivatam. All the devatas who are told in the Vedas and all that, he is the daivata for them also. Patim vishwasya, he is the pati for entire world. This word pati is what is used in the sense of sheshi. So that is being shown here. Ityadi shruti siddham hi sarveshwaratvam sarvasheshitvam cha. So sarveshwaratva and sarvasheshitva, the pramana for that is sarvasheshitva is used, is shown by the word pati in the Vedas, in the Shrutis. Ishwaratva is controlling, the controllership, that is niyantrutva. Sheshitva is patitva, that is explained here. So this is the meaning of the Bhashya. There are lot of subtle meanings and detailed explanations from Tatparya Chandrika. We shall go through that. Mayi Sarveshware Sarvabhuta Antaratma Bhute Sarvani Karmani. The Sarvani Karmani here includes Swakritani and Gunakritani. Whatever one does and whatever actions are being done because of the influence of the Sattva, Rajas, Tamas and all these gunas, everything, it includes Sarvani Karmani. Yuddhadikam, the Mula Shloka says Yudhyasva, it is Upalakshana to all the Shastriya karmas, that is all the duties ordained by the Vedas. And so Bhashya is Yuddhadikam Sarvam Choditam Karma. So it is not simply Yuddha, because the context the word Yuddha is coming here. It includes all the ordained duties according to the Shastras. Adhyatma chetasa sanyasya nirashihi nirmamaha vigatachvaraha yuddhadikam sarvam choditam karma kurushva atmani yacchetaha tat adhyatma cheta. This is a very special meaning given for adhyatma chetaha. Atma swarupa vishayena sutisiddhena jnanena ityartaha. So this is the samasa has to be done in saptamyartha, is what Swami Deshika notes here, that Atmani yat chetaha, that is saptamyarthe samasaha. So it is split as Atmani yat chetaha, tat adhyatma chetaha. So that is with the jnana, that which is established, well established by the Shrutis, that with respect to the Atma, the nature of the Atman, that he is controlled, everything is Bhagavadatmaka. So that is also Tattvamasi, what is told. Tatu is Jagat Karanam Brahma, Tvamasi. So that is, you are also Brahmatmakaha, Tvam Brahmatmakaha. That is the meaning. That everybody is having Paramatman as their inner self, and he is the inner controller. That is with that idea. The meaning of word Chetaha is explained as Jnana Gocharatva, which is Tattva Anusandhana Rupa, and that is with that thinking, with that idea, with that understanding, it is established hundreds of Shruti Vakyas, and that is explained as Atma Swarupa Vishayena. Antapravishta Shasta Jananam, and these are all showing his that he is the inner controller. The Pramanas are, it is established by hundreds of Shrutis that has given as Antapravishta. With respect to Antapravishtatva and Shasitratva, it is established that it is different from other things. Though Paramatma has Antapravesha, he does, and he controls, being the inner controller, it is different from what we see in this world, like Gagana and Nripa. There are two examples given. Gagana is sky, so there are space, we can say. That is, space is present everywhere, and it is that is so Antapraveshtatva is there for Gagana also. But though it has got Antapraveshtatva, it does not have Shasitratva. It doesn't have the quality of rulership. And Nripa, that is the king, the kings that we see in this world, they have Shasitratva. They control and they are rulers, but they do not do that ruling doing Antapravesha. So they can only do controlling from being external, and they cannot be doing controlling doing Antapravesha. So Antapravesha, doing Antapravesha and controlling is unique to Paramatman, and there is nothing else or nobody else who can do that kind of that is called Antaryamitva. So that is very unique to the Lord. And Shruti says Kartaram, meaning Jiva Vyapareshu Prayojaka Kartaram. Antapravishtam Kartarametam. Kartaram is used. That is, he is the doer. What is the doership that is attributed to the Lord is Prayojaka Kartaram. So there are two things, Prayojya Kartritva, Prayojaka Kartritva. So he is making Jivatman do for his purpose. So he is a Prayojaka Kartara. That is a benefactor, we can say. He is the ultimate benefactor of all the duties. So everything that is done, that is Prerana Kriya Kartaram. That is what it is. So he is the motivator or inspirer or promoter. We can give some of these words we can use. That is called Prerayitaram, is told in the Bhashya. That is a kind of doership, Kartara, Kartrutva, that is told here. Smritayascha Prashasitaram Sarvesham. The meaning of the Shruti Vakya is always further justified with the Smriti Pramanas. So that is justified by Manu Smriti here. Sarvasya chaham hridi sannivishta. And the present context also, even in this Shastra, the aspect of, so in a particular Shastra, what is the gist of a Shastra that we saw in one of the earlier classes? Tatparya Linga. How do we decide the Tatparya of a Prakarana or a Shastra? What is the gist? What is the ultimate, the essence of a particular Shastra or a Prakarana or a chapter or a etc. is told by 6 lingas, that is upakrama upasamharo abhyaso apurvata phalam arthavado papatti cha lingam tatparya nirnaye. Abhyasa is one of the important signs which shows that what is the gist of a prakarana. If we have to understand the gist of a section or a chapter or a shastra or a book, abhyasa is one very important thing, that is repeatedly telling or highlighting the aspect which is going to be taught in that particular shastra. And that is one of those, that linga abhyasa can be seen as antaryamitva or antarpravishtatva. Ishvara sarvasya chaham hridi sannivishtaha. Ishvara sarvabhutanam hridaya. I think there was a brief interruption. Ataha maccharirtaya mat pravartya atmaswarupa anusandhanena sarvani karmani maya eva kriyamanani iti mai paramapurushe sanyasya tani cha kevalam madaradhanani iti kritva tatphale nirashihi tateva tatra karmani mamata rahito bhutva vigatajvaraha yuddhadikam kurushva. So the words sanyasya, nirashihi, nirmamaha indicate in order kartrutva tyaga, that is giving up the idea of doership. Sannyasa is samarpana, that is kartrutva tyaga, that is giving up the idea of doership. And nirashihi, not having desire in fruits, that is phalatyaga. And nirmamaha, swakiyata sangatyaga, that is, it is mine, it is, I am the owner, it belongs to me, it is mine, like that. Swakiyata sangatyaga, that is nirmamaha, that is giving up the idea of attachment due to ownership. So all that there, and the earlier ones are causes of the later ones. So there is a hetu bhava and there is a earlier ones. So the because of kartrutva tyaga, that he is the ultimate doer, and when he is the doer, how can I enjoy the fruits? So the fruits also have to be his. And when he is the ultimate enjoyer of the fruits, how can this karma be mine? It can be owned by me. So it is mamata tyaga. So one after the other, that is the hetu bhava is there. Because it is he is the doer, he is the enjoyer of the ultimate enjoyer of all the fruits, and he is the karma belongs to him. It is not mine. This is the patakrama which is in the Mula Shloka. Sanyasya nirashihi nirmamaha. Ataha means because of all these pramanas established in the Shrutis and Smritis, etc. Mayaiva kriyamanani iti, being done by me directly and indirectly. There is Paramatman controls everything through direct and indirectly, both Sadvaraka and Advaraka it is called. Sadvaraka means through something, Advaraka means directly. So similar to a king who gets things done through his servants. So a servant is controlled directly by the king, and all the acts of the servants are also controlled by the king. So this is two types of controllership. And tani cha kevalam madaradhanani iti krutva tatphale nirashihi. So if one gets a doubt that is it similar to that he is getting us do everything, he is getting done all the acts for his purpose, so he is getting us done, is it something like a ritvik, that is a somebody who is getting done a yaga and the yajamana is actually doing, there is a ritvik who is making him do, is getting it done, the fruits belong to the yajamana there, not to the ritvik. So is it something like that? Means it is not so, because here the ownership, the ultimate enjoyment of the fruits, everything belongs to the Lord only. It's not like what we see. That is why Nirashihi is explained like that, that without giving up the desire for fruits. So there the Yajamana is making the Ritvik, telling the Ritvik to make him do. But here it is not like that. The Paramapurusha himself is making all the Jivatmas do all the duties for his own purpose and things like that. So there is a difference, and this is that is why it is told here mamata rahito bhutva, that is giving up the idea that he does not have the adhikara also. That is, once he gives the desire for fruits, phalaswamya is told as adhikara. So when the swami or the lord of all the owner of the fruits or the enjoyer of the fruits is the Lord, then we do not have any right to say that it is mine. So that is the idea, that is mamata rahita bhutva. And here, here Swami Deshika raises a series of doubts that may come to one when the doership is attributed to the Supreme Lord. These are all very discussed in great detail in all the Shrutis and in the Bhashyas and Sri Bhashya and all those places, Vedartha Sangraha and all established in great detail. So some of the doubts which may come here when the doership is attributed to the Super Lord. How can the Lord address Arjuna, who is a jiva, as the doer by telling Yudhyasva? And if one is without desire for fruits, how will he start engaging in a karma, even if it is of the nature of worship of Lord? Without prayojana, mandopina pravartate, it is told, nobody will do any act. And if he is not the owner of the karma, how can he do any karma thinking that it belongs to him? And if he is going to have an idea of giving up, then even the act of giving up cannot be thought of by him. And all this, so what is told as Vigata Jwaraha, that is, what is the meaning of that? So with all these doubts, it is told as Swakiyena Atmana Kartra. So some of the words are very carefully to be understood from in the commentary. Bhashyakara uses words which are very, very significant. Swakiyena Atmana Kartra. The Atma also has got Kartrutva, but that is belonging to the Lord, under the control of the Lord. Swakiyena Atmana Kartra. Swashesha Bhutena Jivena Kartra. So the doer, who is a jiva, is subservient to the Lord. He is doing everything under the order of the Lord as his kainkariya. So it is only for his aradhana. That is, with that idea one has to do. Swakiyaischa upakaranaihi. The upakaranas are the instruments used in the karmas are also his. So the jiva, just as the jiva is subservient to the Lord, even the other things like Havis, Sruva, everything is also subservient to the Lord. Brahma Arpanam, Brahma Vihi, these are all going to be told. So everything is meant for his purpose. So Sakiyaischa Upakaranaihi, Swaradhaneka Prayojanaya. The Prayojana or benefit for one who is subservient is to serve the Lord only. The definition of Shesha Sheshi is given in Vedartha Sangraha by Bhashyakara as one. The Shesha is Paragata Atishaya Adhanechaya Upadetwameva Yasya Swarupam Taha Sheshaha Paraha Sheshi. Paragata Atishaya Adhanechaya. That is, for the Shesha has to do Atishaya to the Sheshi. So he has to do everything for the purpose of the Sheshi, who is actually enjoying everything in the real sense. So just like the body and sense organs and everything are meant for us, who is the Jivatma, who is the Sheshi, and body is Shesha to him. In a similar way, Paramatman, who is a Sheshi for both Jivatma and the body, everything is meant for his purpose. So with that idea, he is the inner controller, he is the super self or things like that. So one Jivatma also has to do Atishaya to the Lord. That he has to do all acts with the interest to please the Lord only. So Paramapurushaha Sarveshwaraha Sarvasheshi. Sarvasheshi indicates the meaning of Swakiyena, that everything belongs to him and he is the Lord of everything. Swayameva, the Aradhya only is getting done his Aradhana, he is known from this. Swayameva, the word Eva shows that there is no other control. Swayameva, Eva means that Avadharana shows there is nobody else who can control or who is a controller. Lord only is the controller, and the Aradhya is getting the Aradhana done. Sarva karmani karayati. Though he is Sarveshwara, according to his will, he has the powers to do everything that he desires by himself, but he makes the Jiva as the doer. So Jiva does the work, so he is also got doership. But why is that he is getting it done? To show that the aspects of Shastra Vashyatva and Tat Palabhoktrutva and all these things have to be established. For that he makes the Jiva do, but he makes him do under his control and for his purpose and all that. Iti Anusandhaya. So the meaning Vigata Jwaraha, which is told in this Prakarana, is explained like this. It is Anusandhaya Karmasu Mamata Rahitaha Prachinena Anadikala Pravrta Ananta Papa Sanchayena Atamaham Bhavishyami Ityevam Bhuta Antarjwara Vinirmukta. So one has this kind of an idea that Paramatman is getting it done everything with his own instruments, meant for his own purpose, and has his own worship, then there is no fear or no grief or anything of the nature. Katamaham Bhavishyami, giving up all that kind of what is going to be told later, Ma Shuchaha and all that, giving up everything. Katamaham Bhavishyami, that kind of a fear should not be there. Paramapurusha eva karma bihi aradhitaha bandhat mocheshyati. He will make us get rid of this bondage, and with that sukhena karma yogam eva purushva, and with that being very pleased with a pleasant mind, do karma yoga. And the word sheshi is also established as, and sarveshwaratva and sarvasheshitva, the pramanas are going to be told as tam ishwaranam paramam maheshwaram. Ishwaratva is sarveshwaratva. Ishwaranam paramam maheshwaram. Devatanam paramam cha devatam. That shows sarveshwaratva. And patim vishwasya shows his sarvasheshitva. So ishwaratvam niyantratvam sheshitvam patitvam. That is told by these two words, and that is made clear in the Bhashya. So that is the very significant shloka, that how one has to do karma yoga, offering everything to the Lord, and that was explained in this particular shloka. Now going further to the 31st shloka, Ayameva sakshat upanishad sarabhutorthaha iti aha yeme matamidam nityam anutishtanti manavaha shraddhavantaha anasuyantaha muchyante tepi karmabhihi. So now Sri Krishna, the Lord, is going to tell what is the real purport or the quintessence of all the Upanishads, what is primarily told in the Upanishads. Pradhana Bhuta Artha is being told. Sakshat Upanishad Sarabhutaha Arthaha. So that is being told here. What is told as Yeme Matam in the following shloka shows that this is the Siddhanta of the Lord. Me Matam. So that is told Aham Sarvasya Chaham Hridi Sannivishta Aham Ishware Sarvabhutanam Ishwara Sarvabhutanam Hrideshe Arjuna Tishtati. So that establishes his Sarveshwaratva. Now he is telling Me Matam. This is my Siddhanta, means it is Upanishad Siddhanta, Upanishad Sarabhutartha. That is being told in the Bhashya. Yeme Matamidam Nityam Anutishtanti. So he is the Upanishada Purusha. That is the Lord who is established by the Upanishads. And the fact that it is dear to him, it is his Me Matam. He is telling that it is very dear to me. This is what is what I want everyone to do. So this also shows that the shloka is primarily highlighting the importance of the means to liberation, as this shastra is also having the same purpose. So sakshat means without the need for jnana yoga. In the context here, karma yoga is being highlighted. Sarabhutaha means of prime importance, that is pradhana bhuta. So it is its superiority in being the means to liberation. Paramparaya, that is karma yoga, will lead to bhakti yoga and then liberation. That is how it is. So it is sakshat Upanishad sarabhutaha. It is the pradhana artha, that is the most important, the meanings that we have to understand. He is being told in this shloka, Yeme matamidam nityam anutishtanti manavaha shraddhavantaha anasuyantaha muchyante tepi karmabhihi. ये मानवाः इदं मे मतं नित्यम् अनुतिष्ठन्ति श्रद्धावन्तः अनसूयन्तः तेपि कर्मभिः मुच्यन्ते. That is अन्वय. ये मानवाः, those people, idam me matam. All the special meanings of these words are going to be explained in the commentary later. Ye manavaha, all these people, those idam me matam, this mata is, this is my view or my philosophy or my siddhanta of mine. Nityam anutishtanti, put to practice daily. Shraddhavantaha, those who have belief in it, who firmly believe in it. Anasuyantaha, those who do not envy. Tepi, they also karmabhihi muchyante, get liberated from the karmas. That is the meaning. Those people who put to practice this school of thought as taught by me, those who have firm belief in it, and those who do not envy, they all get liberated from the bondage of karma. So this shloka, the interpretation in our Siddhanta is very unique. So these are some of the places where we can see the uniqueness of our Siddhanta, the view of Bhashyakara, how he has established with respect to all the Upanishads and all that. So this is a very unique interpretation given in our Bhashya. Ye manavaha shastradhikarinaha ayameva shastrartaha iti etat me matam nishchitya tatha anutishtanti ye cha ananutishtantopi asmin shastrarthe shraddadhana bhavanti ye cha ashraddadhana api evam shastrartho na sambhavati iti na abhyasuyanti asmin mahagune shastrarthe dosham anavishkurvanto bhavanti ityarthaha te sarve bandhahetubhihi anadikala arabdhaihi sarvaihi karmabhihi muchyante tepi karmabhihi iti apishabdat yesham prithak karanam idanim ananutishtantopi अस्मिन् शास्त्रार्थे श्रद्धानाः अनभ्यसूयवश्च श्रद्धया च अनसूयया च क्षीणपापाः अचिरेण इममेव शास्त्रार्थम् अनुष्ठाय मुच्यन्ते इत्यर्थः. Bhashya is so beautifully explaining the meaning of this, how it has to be interpreted. Ye manavaha, the manavaha may be a very general term including all humans, but here shastra adhikarinaha, those who are eligible to perform the study the shastras and perform all the duties ordained in the shastras, those who have the eligibility for that. Ayameva shastrartaha iti etam me matam nishchitya. Whatever I am teaching here, this is only shastrartha. With that understanding, with that firm belief, nishchitya tatha anutishtanti, who follow that, who put this to practice, yecha ananutishtantopi, those who are not able to put this to practice, asmin shastrarte shraddadhana bhavanti, but they have belief, they have a firm belief that yes, this is true, I believe in this, though I am not able to do it today, I am not able to practice it today, but I have firm belief in this. So those who have that kind of a shraddha, they believe in that. Yecha ashraddadhana api, those who do not put it to practice, do not have belief, but Evam shastrartho na sambhavati iti na abhyasuyanti. Do not envy telling that, no, this cannot be the meaning of the Shastras. It cannot be like this. This is not true. So with that mind, Asmin Mahagune Shastrarthe, Krishna is telling this Shastrartha is Mahaguna. That is, it has got great significance, it has got great qualities, and it is very, very important, significant. And in this Shastrartha, dosham anavishkurvanto bhavanti. They do not find fault in this Shastrartha, what is being told. So the third category is those who are not able to practice, who do not have a firm belief yet, but who do not find faults in this. So te sarve bandha hetubihi anadikala arabdaihi sarvaihi karmabihi muchyante. All these people who are belonging to these three categories, they all get rid of the bondage of karma which has been coming from beginningless time. Sarvaihi karmabihi, from all the karmas that are there, everything they get rid of that. So how is that possible? How can all three be in the same category? How can they all get rid of all the karmas? That is also explained. And why there are three categories like this. Tepi karma bihi iti api shabdat. The word api here is very significant. Because of that word, yesham prathak karanam. These are to be separated into three groups. Idanim ananutishtantopi. Now, at this point of time, they may not be practicing, they may not be putting it to practice, they may not be performing it. Asmin shastrarte shraddhadhanaha anabhyasuyavascha. But they have belief in the Shastra and they do not find fault in this Shastra. Shraddhayacha anasuyayacha. And because of the Shraddha they have, and because of not finding fault, Kshina papaha, having got rid of their papas, their sins, achirena imameva shastrartham manushtaya, very soon they will actually get belief and they start putting it to practice. Anushtaya muchyante tirtaha. So through anushtana, they will get rid of the karma. So that is ultimately that is required. So this is our three categories that are told, which is a very unique interpretation for this sloka and which has a very great significance, which also shows the udara svabhava of the Lord, and in the same way understanding and interpreting by Bhashyakara that he has given hope to everybody in this world. So that is a very significant interpretation of Bhashyakara. Ye manavaha shastradhikarinaha means all humans. The meaning according to the context here is those who are eligible to study the Shastras and perform the duties told in the Shastras. So it includes, it also here, the significance here is Shastradhikari. It is not, Manava means not just human. Those who have adhikara for Shastra, that is for studying and performing the duties there in the Shastra, which includes even Devatas. They also have Shastra adhikara. So Devas, Manava doesn't just limit it to humans alone. Devas are also included, is noted here. Ayameva shastrartaha iti. And even among humans, those who do not have adhikara for Shastra are excluded in this. So according to the Prakarana, that is the meaning to be limited like that. Ayameva shastrartaha iti. The nityanusthana, performance of ordained duties, happens only through proper decisive knowledge that this is the Shastrartha. With that firm belief only somebody will start performing it or putting it to practice. So the duties that are performed without definite knowledge or without firm knowledge would sometime or the other be broken. So Nityam, what is told as Ayameva Shastrartha iti nishchitya, Nityam, that Nityanusthana is because of the firm belief that is present. Yetanme matam nishchitya, or having understood firmly that this is the mata of the Lord. Me matam nishchitya, this is the what is being propounded by the Lord directly. So having firm belief in that, there is no other pramana that is required. The Lord himself has told directly. So that itself gives the nishchaya, that is the firm belief. And mata is shastrartha here, what is ordained by the Shastras. The mata of Shasita is only Shastrartha. That is also can be understood here. Tatha anutishtanti ye cha ananutishtantopi asmin shastrarte shraddhadhana bhavanti. Shraddha is the state prior to anusthana. So after Shraddha only Anusthana will ensue. So that is the state prior to Anusthana, and the state prior to even Shraddha is Anasuya. These are the three states identified here. Yecha Ashraddhadhana api evam shastrartho na sambhavati iti na abhyasuyanti. Asmin mahagune shastrarthe dosham anavishkurvanto bhavanti. So Asuya is defined here by Bhashyakara as not finding fault in this Mahaguna Shastrartha. That is Gune Doshatva Buddhihi is told as the definition for Asuya. So that is explained here that they do not find fault in this Shastrartha that is being taught here, which is which has great quality, that is, which is very significant and most important and of prime importance, etc. Mahagune Shastrarthe, and it can do all the good. So that kind of a Shastrartha, so those who do not find faults, they also have hope. They will get, because of that not having the idea of the Asuya, that is not finding fault, they will get belief over a period of time, and because of getting that belief which becomes firm, they start performing it, they start putting it to practice, and then they get rid of all the karmas. So that is told here. Bandha hetu bihi anadikala arabdaihi sarvaihi karma bihi muchyante. So this is a very significant part of our Bhashya. Api shabda desham pratakkaranam. So according to the Mimamsa Nyaya, Purva Mimamsa, Sambhavati ekavakyatve vakyabhedascha neshyate. There is a Nyaya. Sambhavati ekavakyatve vakyabhedascha neshyate. So when there is a possibility of combining two or three aspects in one vakya, in one sentence, one should not break them up into multiple sentences or multiple vakyas and interpret them like that. It's a samanya, it's a nyaya in Mimamsa. So in some of the other interpretations, other commentators have combined all these three into one. So they say that the same person who is doing Anushtana, who is having Shraddha, and who is not having Asuya, all these are combined in one and given as a single interpretation. But Bhashyakara has separated into three different categories. Those who do Anushtana, those who are not doing Anushtana but who have Shraddha, those who are not doing Anushtana, not having Shraddha, but they do not have Asuya. So there are three different categories, and step by step, because of the Api Shabda, otherwise there was no need for the Api Shabda to appear there. So that is why this is taken as Prithakkaranam. Api Shabda Tesham Prithakkaranam. So the why it is Vakya Bheda is done here is also explained by Bhashyakara as because of the presence of Api Shabda, and that is, otherwise it cannot be given proper meaning. So that Ekavakyatva does not happen. The Anvaya with Api cannot be done also otherwise. So the meaning of Yesham Prithakkaranam. Yesham is either the Vakyas or Adhikaris. Three Adhikaris, Ye Anutishtanti, Ye Shraddhavantaha Bhavanti, Ye Anasuyantaha Bhavanti. There are three Adhikaris or three Vakyas. It can be taken in either way. So this is discussed in more detail by Swami Deshika. The Api is meant to say including Jnana Yogis. That is not according to context here, as if the Api is, so there are different meanings possible here. Does Api include Jnana Yogis? It is not according to context, because the Prakarana here is highlighting superiority of Karma Yoga. So giving more importance to Jnana Yogi would not be proper here at all, and would be against the goal of this Prakarana. The Mula Shloka says Nityam Manutishtanti. So where is the need for specifying Shraddhavantaha? Because one who is doing Nityanushtana, that is with the firm belief only he can do, Nityanushtana will be possible. So Shraddhavantaha, there is no need to mention Shraddhavantaha, because of Nityam Manutishtanti is already there. So that is why that has been separated by Bhashyakara. And Anasuyantaha, all this need not be told if it was all meaning for one, with one Vakya. So the word api has to be interpreted 3, then only it will be proper. Idanim ananutishtantopi. So one more objection can be raised here. If those who have shraddhe do not have asuya, are equal to those who are doing anusthana, that is, those who do not have asuya but have shraddhe, they will also do anusthana and they will get rid. So those who are doing anusthana with all shraddhe and not having asuya also will be. So are they equal? That means that is why it is told idanim ananutishtantopi. That means at present they are not doing anusthana, but they will have to do anusthana and then only they will get rid of the karma. So without anusthana it is not possible. That anusthana will come if one has shraddhe, and that will come only if one does not have asuya. So these are all the 3 states. That's why it's called idani ananutishtantopi. That is the subtle aspect that is highlighted by Swami Deshika here. Asmin shastrarte shraddhadhanaha anabhyasuyavascha shraddhayacha anasuyayacha kshina papaha achirena imameva shastrartam anusthaya muchyante ityartha. So there is one more doubt may come, how can mere shraddha or anasuya be causes of getting rid of all sins? One does not have asuya. How can that lead even at a later stage to get rid of all the papa karmas that have been papas, that sins accumulated from beginningless time? So there is a pramana from Mahabharata which Deshika quotes here. Dharma shruto va drushto va smruto va kathito va anumodito va rajendra punati purusham sada. So this is told the greatness of dharma, that dharma shruto va. So even if one is heard about the dharma, drushto va, somebody is practicing all the dharmas, the duties of as told in the Shrutis, the Vedas, and he gets very happy, he gets very pleased by looking at somebody who is actually performing it. Drushtova, that is the meaning. Smrutova, when he remembers all the good things about dharma. Kathitopiva, tells somebody. Anumoditova, that is one who encourages somebody to do the dharmas, etc. All these things, punati purusham sada. So parampariya, they all lead somebody on to uplift oneself, and that is how one can get rid of all the karma. So the interpretation here of Bhashyakara is, first of all, he shows the Udara Swabhava of Bhagavan by making 3 categories, and the Bhashyakara has accordingly given hope to all the categories of people. Those who are not doing Anushtana also have hope because of the Shraddha alone they will do it. Even those who do not have Shraddha now but who do not have Asuya, they also have hope. So this is a broad-minded approach. This is what is the Shastrartha according to Bhashyakara. So that is a very significant interpretation here. And this can also be seen in towards the end of the last chapter where Krishna tells him, Idante na tapaskaya na bhaktaya kadachana nacha ashushrusha vachyam nachamam yo abhyasuyati. There also where those who are having asuya is told that they are the last category, that even if they do not have asuya, you can teach them. Nachamam yo abhyasuyati. That is separated into a separate sentence itself in that Nachamam yo abhyasuyati. So that is a separate vakya. Nacha means those who have asuya should never be taught this, is highlighted there. So that is with the same spirit here also, Bhashyakara with the same idea, he is also interpreted it here. That is a very significant shloka and very, very rahasya shloka here. Ye me matamidam nityam anutishtanti. These few shlokas in this prakarana, in this part, are very, very significant, and they are giving all the essence of the Upanishads, the most important meanings which are taught in the Upanishads as noted by Bhashyakara. The next shloka, the avatarike is Bhagavad Abhimatam Aupanishadamartham Ananutishtatam Ashraddadhanam Abhyasuyatancha Doshamaha. So now he first told that even if they do not have asuya, they have hope. Even if they do not have shraddha, if they don't have asuya, that is enough. And even if they are not doing anusthana, if they have shraddha, that is, they will get do anusthana and things like that. If they do not, what is the dosha for people who are not doing it or do not have the belief or who have asuya? All these things are being told in the next shloka. So importance of the previous shloka is again highlighted here by including those who do not follow them. So the following shloka, though addresses those who do not have the shloka te ye tvetad abhyasuyanto nanudishtanti me matam sarvajnana vimudhanstan vidhinashtan chetasaha. Here the Mula shloka says abhyasuyanto nanudishtanti. Shraddha is not mentioned here specifically. So the Avatarike it says Bhagavad Abhimatam Upanishadamartham Ananutishtatam Ashraddadhanam Abhyasuyatancha Doshama. It is included, that is understood to be understood there. Those Anushtana and those who have Asuya. This can happen mainly due to not having Shraddha. So hence the Shraddha is very important. Ashraddadhanam is included in the opening statement of this, the introduction to this shloka. And these are all Upanishada, Purusha, Krishna, Sarveshwara, who is Sarvatma, Sarvantaratma, Sarvaniyamaka. He is telling that his view, his school of thought and his teachings, which are also the teachings of the Upanishads, and they are all secret teachings of the Upanishada, is also Rahasyarthas. All the great Rahasyarthas are being taught in few shlokas here. So this shloka ye tvetad abhyasuyanto nanudishtanti me matam sarvajnana vimudhanstan vidhinashtan chetasaha. And the next three shlokas are also very significant. Sadrusham cheshtate swasyaha prakritehe jnanavanapi prakritim yanti bhutani nigrah kim karishyati indriyasya arthe ragadveshau vyavasthitau tayorna vashamagachet tauhyasya paripanthinau Shreyan Swadharmo Vigunaha Paradharmat Swanushthitat Swadharme Nidhanam Shreyaha Paradharmo Bhayavaha. So these 3-4 shlokas we can take the Anusandhana of in the next class. With that I shall conclude today's session and leave the class open to any questions if there are any. Thank you very much. Saram Shri Krishna Arpanamastu. So if there are no questions, I shall conclude today's session. rAmAnuja Saram Shri Krishna Arpanamastu.